What's up, folks? I'm Odd, by the way. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a voiceover of a speed paint of a challenge that I probably should have picked up 2 months ago. I've been working, okay? But I got the idea from Sivana's art studio, and basically I'm going to be drawing myself as a Pokemon trainer. But yeah, I started this just yesterday, actually, but when I was recording this, I didn't realize just like how much I would really enjoy this process. So I'm really excited to be back to drawing. I'm excited to be back, narrating a little bit and talk a little bit about Pokemon. Maybe talk a little bit about my job. No promises there, because I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about other than some like one crazy story so far, but I'll get into that later. So beginning up on the speed paint, initially I was going to try and do just like kind of a standard Pokemon like protagonist pose. I was looking up a lot of references, and I knew initially, like off the bat, that I wanted to try and really emulate the style, as opposed to trying to draw myself as a Pokemon trainer in another style, or in my own style, I should say. And initially I tried drawing a pose with that like weird bow-legged knee stance, where some notion of like both of the knees kind of pointing in toward each other. And like the more that I tried that, the more that I looked at it, I was like, oh god. And I was gonna have it too that my character had like the Pokeball in the background, and that she was going to try and like toss it underhand like a softball, because I thought that would be fun. And then I erased all of that and I started over. And the next pose that I came up with became my final pose, and it's so much more like dynamic and fun, and I just had so much fun with it, because initially I hadn't drawn myself as a Pokemon trainer since like the Gym Sona trend, and I had an idea that the character that I would probably be would be the one with a team of mostly dog shaped Pokemon. I noticed a lot of them would actually be dark types, so what I had in mind was that I would have, my gym team of dark types, which I think would be 4, and then like there could be an extra challenge with my character that you could fight her whole team, which was all dog Pokemon, but they were all different, especially because my favorite Pokemon is the Growlithe. My favorite Pokemon are the Growlithe line. So Growlithe and Arcanine, they're my puppies. And as you can see here, I've got my character just sort of like trying to throw the ball and trying to keep it away from her Growlithe, and I thought that this would be super cute. Really like my style, like the thing I was going for was probably influenced by what I guess was technically my first generation, which was Gen 3. And I feel like there were a lot more like there was a lot more like 2D pixelated but like well developed drawings of these characters, that they were much more dynamic poses because they had the ability to do this now. Like Gen 4 did a little bit of that too, obviously, into Gen 5 where it was the last of the pixel art generations, and they were just trying to improve more and more and more in the style. But I remember a lot of stuff like this, specifically in like Gen 3. And that was what I grew up on. That was what introduced me to Pokemon. It wasn't the first game I beat, actually. The first game that I beat, technically, beat being a strong word in the Pokemon universe, because some people, I guess, would consider beat as completing the national dex, which I never did. My version of beat was beating the Elite Four. And that was Gen 4 for me, and that was because by the time that I was like 13, the age that I guess you would typically pick up and finish Pokemon, I was playing through Platinum. And so yeah, I have a deep connection with Gen 4. I'm really excited for the remakes. I'm hoping beyond hope that Legends is good. And I'm just remembering what I saw. I'm really worried that we're gonna get that really boring gray, what is it, like, the like boring gray Unity background. I think that it should be good regardless, because like, I don't know, I know people didn't like Sword and Shield, or it was very interestingly received, and there are still quite a few things that I'm not a fan of when it comes to how, Sword and Shield turned out, like, underdeveloped areas and easily scalable fences blocking everything. Easily scalable fences. Everywhere. And once you realize that it's really just, there's just a tiny fence, so you're like, oh, maybe I'll go past that later. You never do. Anyway, that's one of my complaints about the world. But the thing is that from moment one that I put on Sword and Shield on the Switch, I was enamored. I walked into the overworld. I saw the Pokemon everywhere. It was my first impression. Like, I had tried my best not to spoil myself. I loved it. So anyway, back to the art. Like I said, I was trying to imitate the game style, like the game art style. I wound up, I think, going a bit more show style, which wound up making me look like 90s Bishonen as heck. I love the hair. I noticed that a lot of the characters, especially like the protagonists, have no less than like 3 layers of hair. So even though my hair is pretty short right now, I decided to go in and give myself like bangs, I guess, really is how one would describe it. And dear God, do I just look like the 90s anime character. But yeah, like at this point, it was just, this whole piece was just me feeling so great about being back in art and doing something that was different, I think, compared to my usual style in digital, and like just letting myself kind of go from there and try and do a different style. It was so refreshing that it felt like coasting. Like it just feels so good to draw. I forgot how good it feels to draw. And you know what? That's why I'm here. And so that's why I love it. Which is a benefit, I feel like, of me going to work. And even though I can't spend as much time doing stuff like this, I can't spend as much time making videos or drawing, I have a better time making videos and drawing, because I feel like I learn how to appreciate my free time. When it's just me and my thoughts, we don't always get along. And me and my sense of drive, and that being the only thing that's keeping me arting, that's when we run into some motivation problems. And so I think just getting back in, especially after like a particularly bad week, and just going and just having full focus and doing something I love on this, and like drawing fan art for something that looks so cute and like fulfills so many boxes of like things I wanted to do and draw when I was worse at drawing. It's such a breath of fresh air, and it makes drawing so much more fun again. I can't wait to post this, and I don't really care if it doesn't get like very, I don't know, positive feedback, or any feedback. Like, I think it's so cute. And it's Pokemon stuff. Like, it's fan art, so I mean, I expect it to get some sort of feedback either now or later. That's kind of how Pokemon art tends to work for me. It's got a longevity to it, which is interesting. But yeah, I like sit there and have something that was like 5 years old, and every once in a while I'll get like a flood of interaction with it. And it's because people are looking that type of stuff up, And yeah, I draw a lot of dog-shaped Pokemon, so I'm sure that helps. The paws and the claws on the shoes were so much fun too. I'm sure I'll put like little examples of the previous times that I've tried to draw myself as a Pokemon trainer. I did the Gym Sona and the Rhyme Sona when Detective Pikachu, the movie, came out, which I saw in theaters, by the way. That twist was so hilarious. Also, and I guess spoilers, but not really. Not really. Like, I'm not gonna say who he actually was, but, well, would I? I don't know. The Pikachu being voiced by Ryan Reynolds once he goes back to being a person, actually being Ryan Reynolds threw me off. Did anyone else have that experience? 3 years ago? Dear God. It's been that long. But yeah, my Rhyme Sona had a former police Arcanine or something like that who was like her support animal. It was super cute. He was a good boy. And he was her friend, like she just hung out with him. And yeah, this trainer, I'd still feel like, for one, if you look, I have my references up, she would totally wear that weirdly expensive Arcanine shirt that you get in like the first town. It's so pricey when you first start out. Like, I saw that and I was like, I need it. Why is it so expensive? And I saved up for that shirt, and I got that shirt because it's such a goofy, like, it's like that nerdy, weirdly, like, weird art piece graphic tee with like a realistic picture on it. And it's like, I'd never wear those in real life, but it's just too dorky to pass up in game. And so of course my trainer is wearing it, and I would wear the Arcanine version. I will say, I wouldn't wear like I guess like a dog version where it's just like some like regal tiger standing in a forest like that. Just Arcanine. Painted Arcanine. Maybe just that exact print on a shirt. Also, my glasses are crooked. Which is just something that I wanted to do because it was like, it was funny. And my dogs, I swear to God, like comically just absolutely throw off my glasses every time that they like jump on me. So it works. It works really well to my benefit. And when it came to the color choices, you can see that I'm bringing up a little bit of a, like, something that I made in the sketch to kind of go in, and I gave myself a jacket, which is a jacket that I own. It's this orange, like, half-length jacket. It's being, like, pulled up and stuff like that by my arm, of course. But I wear it a lot during, like, the spring months, and I think that it's super cute. The fabled Arcanine shirt beneath it, and I actually put it on a different layer so that I could lock that layer and give it like a gradient and like work on like painting like a really, like, I guess just a really rough version of that Arcanine tee, because oh yeah, this character would totally wear it. And then I was thinking, like, as an in-game character, and this was something that I had for my Gym Sona as well, she would totally be like, she'd be like an optional battle, and that you could also, come back to her every day, and like she would give you a different random Pokeball, because her dog Pokemon kept finding lost Pokeballs, maybe even like snatching them out of the air mid-battle. So yeah, she always has like stray Pokeballs. So what is it, the Boltund? That took the recent trait that lets you, if you're in a wild battle and a Pokemon breaks out of a Pokeball, there's a chance that Boltund's special ability lets you get that Pokeball back. Fun fact. I think that that's super cool, and it makes sense for a dog Pokemon to be like, ball! So all of her dog Pokemon do that. So of course it's a bit hazardous, but she's like, you want a Pokeball? Here. I have so many, please take them from me. And I know that Pokemon artists love their bright shoes, and of course I was looking there like, God, like what color could I make them? And I realized that I had that blue integrated into the color scheme from the shirt. And I was like, okay, screw it. The blue's going there. And then because I had the orange coat, finding a color scheme for the Growlithe in this picture took so long. And I wound up like color grabbing from Growlithe fan art, toning it down a little bit, and then finally like going in with that color, and I really liked it, so that worked out. And it's so funny watching this because I got this pulled up on my top monitor, and I've talked about before how my top monitor is so washed out, and it's like, it looks fine. Every color selection looks fine, but they were so bright on my tablet monitor, and that was, you know, reasons that it's good to have my tablet monitor, even if it's super saturated. Like too saturated, I guess it's better than not being saturated at all and blinding people with the saturation. And yeah, God, like I love the pose here. It's just so cute, just like the character trying to play keep away with the Pokeball. She's like, I need to throw it. And the Growlithe's like, but I want. You're gonna throw it for me, right? I don't even know what she would be called. Like, you know how like all the Pokemon trainers have like, what is it, like little titles? I don't know what I would be called. Maybe like, yeah, I don't know, dog trainer? Is that a thing? I guess that would be basically what my character is. And then I went in here, and I did something that I don't do for a little while in art, or haven't done in a little while for art, what am I saying? Which is, I still went on a different layer for my shading, but I just kind of made it all using like different color choices flat on like a normal layer. Typically I'll go in and I'll find one good color that I want to use, and I'll make it a multiply layer, and I'll just put it over everything. And in this case I went in and I just felt the want to go in and make all of like the shadows and highlights myself, and it was fun. It was refreshing. I guess I just felt like going in like completely different since I was already there. Can you hear it raining and storming outside? You probably can't, but it's so nice. Oh God. Hotel stuff, I guess I could get into a little bit. I've had some crazy customers, at least one, really. One that thought that I was a spy trying to steal her information and reporting it to people through the bathroom with a radio. So, that was fun. I put that story up on my Twitter if you want to go and see that, which, by the way, yeah, like, if you want to compare this, I guess this caricature of me is a semi-face reveal, hair reveal, outfit reveal situation, but, like, there's so many pictures of this mug on my Twitter. Like, I keep my face no secret. I've never really had an issue with sharing it, you know. It's not like I'm obsessed with myself. I'm just sitting there like, I'm doing this. Here's a picture of me. Oh my God. The pants and my character's eyes, I do this a lot, which is just made it that brown, that green that doesn't know it's not a green. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost an orange. You can see it in my color picker there, like that it's super far over into the yellow. And it still turns out green, and it's so weird. But it does have like the nicest green color. And then I went in over top of the line work. I actually made a different layer because I put so many details in the line art layer. And then I just lowered the opacity on the red layer. And that was how I got the final result for the lines, which also turned out really nicely. Put a little lavender background on it and signed it. And we're pretty good to go. So yeah, that is me as a Pokemon trainer. I think that, again, this turned out really fun and pretty cute. So I'm excited about it. I might be on another Pokemon kick just from this drawing alone, but who knows? I'll probably do something different next week or whenever I can record again. I'm getting there. I'm back. I'm actually on all night shifts right now. Like, not night, but like all swing shifts right now. So I'm not like exhausted from waking up early in the mornings. So maybe I can start delegating my time to the degree that I can actually get something done in the morning before I go to work, which would be ideal. Or maybe I'll just make it on my weekends. Who knows? Regardless, I have the early day to myself, so I should be able to get some stuff done. And on that note, I think I will see y'all next time. Bye! It was fun to see you again.